Paolo, for context for today's show, tell us about Tosolini Productions.
Sure. So Tosolini Production is a digital creative studio. So we focus on business storytelling using emerging technologies, which in other words means we help companies, organizations tell their stories by creating presentations, interactive presentations, using emerging media, including touchscreen solutions for events, trade shows, lobbies, showrooms. We also do Matterport scans. We have been an MSP since 2015. And we also have been doing a lot of experimentation and some projects on AR, VR, and most recently also AI, just because it all comes together nicely here.
And doing a lot of mashups of Matterport with AR, VR, XR, MR, whatever letters there are.
That's
Tosolini
true.
Productions have been doing mashups.
Yeah, the word mashup, the definition is really how can we put together multiple technologies in a creative way so we can create new value, or maybe there is zero value. We don't know, but unless you try and we put A plus B and maybe plus C, then we don't know what can come out. So mashups are one of our specialties, and we love also to share the end results with the community. So we have been doing it on WGAN, We Get Around Network, on the Facebook Matterport groups and YouTube and so on.
Yes, thank you for sharing your
Sure.
Matterport mashups with the We Get Around Network Forum community. Speaking of mashups, what happens when you mash up Matterport plus Apple Vision Pro? Your thoughts?
You want to go first, Amelie? Because I can start, and then we can tag along.
Paolo, why don't you go first?
Yeah, why don't you go first, Paolo?
So it's a good question. So I haven't tried the device yet, but I can only imagine the possibility here. It's almost like a prompt to Paolo AI, imagine the possibility. So there are multiple ways that I can think about Matterport. So do you want to capture data, or do you want to consume the data? The processing it happens in the middle, so it's less important, in my opinion. But when it comes to capturing, I'm thinking one day, and I don't think it's too far away from the date of the release of the Vision Pro, that you will be able to get your Vision Pro, walk around the room, and use that LiDAR that is, those sensors, and scan that room. And I bet that apps like Polycam, and they are already salivating with the idea, I can port my app into the goggles, and it will just work with very few modifications. What do you think, Emily? Doesn't think like it's natural.
This is why Paolo and I have been friends for so long, and because we are birds of a feather. We are both huge fans, obviously, of the Matterport system, and also of Polycam, which was my favorite app that I was playing with in 2022. Hands down. So if people haven't used that before, Polycam uses your mobile LiDAR on your device and helps you scan objects and spaces. You can scan a room, you can make floor plans, and it sort of, is a very elegant way of capturing space. And we've always said in the VR community, and I think that Paolo is one of the leaders in this, because he really treats this like a community, which was one of the things that attracted me to the VR space, was that it was a group of like-minded thinkers and people that wanted to experiment, and the joy that brought us meant we were happy to share what we were doing with other people. It's about learning, because we all knew there was no business case that would sustain the whole industry yet. And